Peace. What's good? What is absolutely good with you? Man, I want to hang out for a minute. Just wanted to hang out for a minute. I hadn't been on here. Uh, it is healing, sealing process, but it's good. But every now and then you got to check in, man. Got to check in with the fam, see what's going on YouTube, tell you my guys' perspective and take on things. Caught the debate. The good God of love versus Rio debate. And then here's the crazy thing, was going strong. But the debate comes on at a time when I take my medication. So the medication kicked in and I fell asleep. Can you believe it? I fell asleep on one of what, in my opinion, of course, has to be probably the hottest debates that have went down in SVDL this season. That was, I went back and caught the replay, caught the recap, and caught the recap of the after show, the post-debate show, which I thought was fabulous. But the debate, off the hook. The debate was off the hook. Close. And I feel silly because, like Angel was saying, the one debater could have made the tie. I fell asleep, so I didn't get an opportunity to vote. But towards the end, they said it wasn't 50-50. It was like 48-52, something like this. But I didn't get an opportunity to vote. But had I had an opportunity to vote, which way would my vote have gone? There again, the need for those explosions, boom, and the theatric that accompanies a big announcement. Which way would my vote have gone? Honestly, drum roll, please. I think I'd went Rio. I mean, I agree with some of the things Solar was saying in the post debate. Like the argument was there, the presentation was there. Good God of law did his thing. However, that word justify, look, they say hindsight is 2020, right? They say going back looking at something is 2020. So going back looking at the debate, and looking at the post debate show after debate, you can come back, oh, what he should have done, what he could have done, what I would have done. That's real. Looking in your review. That's real. So let me look in the rearview moment. The key thing, like to me, was that word justify. And there was 2 points that was made. One in Good God of Law's opening. I don't think he capitalized on words that was synonymous with justify. Like when you go back, when it reasonable, guilt-free, without blame. These type of things that would have substantiated his argument of mental illness. You know what I'm saying? I think the argument was there. I think everything was there. It's just framed and really pushed. And I think that Rio did adequate enough job to hold his position, to kind of, deny him that foothold, deny him that, substantiating that. I think like MD, I heard MD on the post-debate show, and I thought MD brought up some great points. Or when he reminded us that at one point in time, Rio did concede to epigenetics and PTS, right? I think that those were great points. Or that was a good observation or a good point to put out. And the fact that he said he thought that Good God of Law, Dumbele, I know I'm always pronouncing my man's name wrong. I'll be slaughtering it, that he thought his antennas would go up and he would capitalize on that. He thought his antennas would go up and he would capitalize on that. And he kind of missed that point. Rio in the post debate came back and tried to defend that point, was like, well, Why haven't I felt these inclinations? Why haven't this? Why haven't that? I don't know though. Have you, if you really examine, can you honestly say that you haven't felt that? You've never contemplated joining the gang? You've never thought about stealing because you wanted something? And especially if you feel in circumstances and situations dictate that still in knowing that that's a negative consequence against Black economics in the community. I don't know. You know, there were some real things that I feel like that Good God Allah could have went there. That, you know, because starting out strong, I had to see where Good God Allah was going to come from. You know, how you going to justify negative behavior? But he set it up nicely. It was just unable to really just give it that oomph and deliver. But I think Ox set it up nicely, man. Whew, great debate. That thing was, and I think I'm gonna go back and watch it again. It was that serious. I'm gonna go back and watch it again. I do know this, that season 6, nobody should be comfortable with this type of heat and energy that's coming. Season 6, nobody should be comfortable. Please believe. You know, please believe. Nobody should be comfortable. We got the Mr. Straight Talk and Bluu debate coming up today. Mr. Straight Talk and Bluu coming up today. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. I'm telling you, just out of like, I like Trevor. I like Trevor a lot. I have a lot of confidence in his abilities. I have a lot of confidence in super confidence in his desire and his hunger. You know, I know that that's really fueling him. However, Bluu, man, Bluu magic. That's what he's facing. Bluu magic. None to snooze at. Bluu is going, like, habitually voting. I think, to me, who do I think is going to put? I'm leaning Bluu. Just having had debated Bluu before, watching Bluu's debates, knowing Bluu is like a wordsmith and a philosopher. Bluu thinks outside of the box. Like, right when you think you got Bluu cornered in this, you know, his ability to articulate his philosophy is crazy. Like, most people have these philosophical thoughts, but they can't articulate them. They can't put them in words. They can't sell it, so to speak. You'd be like, nigga, you crazy. Bluu has a way of having these very philosophical thoughts, outside the box thoughts, and can articulate it in such a manner that it's plausible. It's very sellable. So I think that that's, you know, is like one of Bluu's superpowers, Bluu magic. I think that that's one of his magics. That's one of his hocus pocus. And if Trevor can't overcome that, if he becomes frustrated, if he allows himself to be maneuvered and wrangled, you know, not to, you know, stay in his game, it's going to be, you know, And then Trevor has nice presentation. Trevor has nice, he sets up a nice argument. He sets up a nice argument. So if the argument is set up nicely enough, will Bluu be able to work his magic? You know, even like they say, a magician has to have room to work his wand. Will Bluu be able to move his wand around, work his magic, speak his spells? You know, will Trevor's argument be set up in such a manner, set up nicely enough not to allow very much or any wiggle room? How interesting is that going to be? Yes, peace, Commissioner. Getting ready for tonight's debate. I call myself creeping on early. Tonight's debate is going to be off the hook, and it's for big marbles. It's for big marbles. It's going up against Rio. I was just explaining to the audience, Commissioner, that unfortunately when the debate was on, it was medication time. So I had taken medication and fallen asleep. So I was going back catching. Man, there you go, moving his wand around. This Negro. Well, hey, yo, you don't let him move his wand. Shit. Because Trevor sets up a nice argument. You know, he has to be able to do his hocus pocus, to work the magic. And if the argument is set up correctly, you know, who knows? That's what this was going to make it interesting. But like I was telling you, I didn't have an opportunity to catch the whole debate, so I caught it in the fly, and I caught the post show. Great post show, hilarious. One of my favorite parts of the post show, though, when Rio told him, "So that should hurt you more losing to a pastor. Go to the masjid and tell him that." Damn, Rio. Wow. But I agree with you. Listen, good God Allah framed the argument. He just stopped short of being able to deliver on some of the things. And like I said before, hindsight is 2020. Going back, I watched the debate. I don't know. I heard what Commissioner Angel said. She said, go back and watch the debate. I think you'll find some of your views or perspectives may be different. I watched the debate. I don't think so. It's just like I said, even in the definition of justification, I've had good God Allah, like you said, really went for those definitions that meant guiltless, not blameworthy. Those things. I think it was quite a few when you go back and look at the opening. Right now they escape me. And like you were saying, the parts where he's saying, would you, or is this justified? Is this right? I don't, that definition of justified, I'd stay with, because right is a perspective. I'd kind of lean towards, like you said, like you were saying, the whole mental health thing, the whole blameworthy, the whole reasonable within the parameters of that person's capacity to operate. You know what I'm saying? So it goes back to like what you're saying, like, especially when you're talking about PTSD and epigenetics. And when he was talking about, so you're saying that, when you talk epigenetics, are Black people prone to do these things that are negative against the Black community? Yes. And I think that at one point in time, if we're being honest, all of us at one point in time had, if we didn't outright do it, had negative inclinations. Like if we wanted something, if we felt deprived of a thing, or we couldn't financially afford it, we thought about stealing. This has negative consequences to Black economics in the community. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we can get petty and go as small as a piece of gum or whatever, but I mean, it's just, due to the environment, it will cause negative thoughts. And so is it right? What is right? But am I guiltless? Am I blameworthy? Am I free from certain, I forgot all these definitions he was given, certain accountabilities and so-called responsibilities, just like what you said, sticking on the mind state. And I think that it was a lot of wiggle room, a lot of maneuver room. And this is why one of the reasons Rio is the champ is Rio is a veteran. And Rio's not going to allow you wiggle room. You can't play. You can't play with the man. MVP was 3-time MVP, and it shows. They were saying that he appeals to the motion. I also liked your explanation in that it's not so much that he appeals to the motion. That's just part of his swag, his thing. He's backing it up with some real shit, but he has a way to deliver it to have you attached to it. To me, it's like the Tupac effect. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, I'm a kid, because I'm a huge Tupac fan. My youngest son's name is Amaru. You know what I'm saying? Huge Tupac fan. However, when you talk lyrically, I think Biggie has better lyrics than Tupac. I think Biggie's on some black and ugly as ever. However, I stay Gucci down to the socks. You know what I'm saying? His lyrics are sick. But factor Tupac in, this is what I call the Tupac effect. Tupac's lyrics, he isn't as lyrical, but the passion and the way he delivered make you feel, can you feel me? Yep. Yeah, follow me. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Feel my pain. Yep, got you. It's the delivery with backing it up with the words, with the lyrics. So that's what I call that Tupac effect. That's what Rio has. Rio has that Tupac effect. You know. So it was a great debate. Like I said, I think that Good God Allah just fell short. Just fell short. You know, congratulations, Rio. But it's not to take anything from Rio. I don't think it was a fluke. I don't think Rio slipped. That's the whole thing about the debate. I don't think Rio slipped. This is where the him being a vet, experience, delivery is just where this is one of those debates where every little thing count and you couldn't afford to miss anything. This was one of those debates. Two great debaters, hot debate, going back and forth. You couldn't afford to miss anything. And it was so close. You could see it from the chat. The judges split. It was just very close. Rio just pulled it out. And for that, man, definitely congratulations are in order. You know, definitely sending congratulations. Back to this Trevor Bluu thing. This debate. This is what's going to be the debate. Hot tonight, man. Y'all can't miss it. I'm telling you, I love Trevor's style. I love the way that he's going into it. I like his confidence. I like Trevor's research abilities. I like the way Trevor presents things. I really like Trevor as a debater with a lot of potential. The question for me, though, is it his time? Is it Trevor's time? See, all of these things are factors. One, this is Blue's time. You know, this could be Blue's time. This could be Blue's time. You know, Blue's super cool, so you ain't gonna be able to tell if he's excited. He's one of them cats that ride the roller coasters with his arms crossed, yawning. All the while, may just be having a big thrill inside. Yee! You just can't tell with him. But this is his, this may be his time. We in the playoffs. This is for that thing. You know what I'm saying? He's never debated Rio. And, add all of those incentives to just the natural skills that he possesses. That natural, like I said, blue magic. That natural, he's a naturalist. The man is philosophical. The man is philosophical. He has a way of, and it's not just, is he abstract and can think outside the box, but he possesses the ability to articulate it. He's an MC, for God's sake. He possesses the wordplay. He's a wordsmith. So he can get out. The man is instrumental in creating stemia. I don't know if he solely created that, but it's dope. It's a dope concept. Loses me at the Whoopi Goldberg. Not because I understand why, just because I think we have to be very careful of objectifying women, of us standing, even in our efforts to reverse the beauty spell or the beauty misspelled placed on Black women and what we find beautiful. We have to be careful not to, do the reverse of a thing. Be careful not to do the reverse of a thing and begin to objectify women, and especially Black women, and set the standard of beauty and this and that. So now the highest standard of beauty is this hue or this complexion, as opposed to, and it still sets up colorism just in the reverse. When I believe that all of it should be embraced Black is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I believe it should all be embraced. However, the sheer genius of being able to come up with that concept and to articulate it eloquently shows you, like I said, his wordsmith mastery and his philosophical mind state. It's going to be hard to maneuver around that in a debate. I've debated him. I'm talking from experience. I've debated him. I'm talking from experience. What do you say, king of the rapid fire? I mean, you have to watch him crafty too. And I think it's Makasha and I had done a little show together. She had graced me with and blessed me with her presence on my panel. And she and I were talking about it. And one of the things that she had said about Bluu, I thought was spot on, right and exact, was he's a listener. He's a listener. And she said, as you know, Yanga, with us listeners, you really can't make a mistake because we're ready to pounce. I think that Bluu is that precise. I think that he is surgical like that he will wait, he listens, and then he pounces. However, will this strategy be effective against a Mr. Straight Talk? This is why they call the man Mr. Straight Talk. Because he's going to tell it like it is. And more times than not, he's going to have the facts and the stats to back it up. So if you leave very little to pounce on, how effective is that strategy? If you're sitting there waiting for the word, if you're waiting to pounce, how effective that of it, like pouncing on a rhino in full charge. Once Trevor gets his momentum, once he gets his speed and starts laying it out there, man, Trevor, you have to be, Trevor is clever. You have to be, he gets on that thing and he's just, and it's a rhinoceros in full charge. You don't want to stand in front of that. Believe me, you. I haven't had the opportunity to debate him. I think everybody's sharing the same sentiment. I heard my name even in shouts out to Rio again. Congratulations, Rio. And I agree. This is, like I said, not to take away from any win that Trevor has had, but it is going into a playoff environment with very intense energy. It is not like anything. I think Akash and I had spoken about that a little bit on the show we did. If you didn't check that show, I go back and check these shows out. I think side note, digressing a little bit, you should go back and check out the post debate show. If you haven't, go back, check out the debate, and then check out in the meantime these little commentaries that I throw up. If you see SVDL in the title, check it out. It might be snippets of information, they're just views and perspectives, and every now and then you never know who may pop up, who may be listening, who may give a little something away. But they're worth checking out and going back because this stuff is getting serious. I think that from when I came in, not just the caliber, but the quality, the standards of not just the league, but the debaters are going up. It's getting hot. If you didn't catch the post debate show, good God, a lot left off. To me, I think he was pretty pissed. He felt he was biased, yeah, bruh, yeah. Nah, it's not biased. It's like I said, man, it was such a tight debate. It was an uphill challenge, and you couldn't afford to miss anything. And I don't think you missed anything. And the problem was Rio didn't miss anything. So you saw the experience kick in. You saw Rio's natural charisma and charm and his swag kick in. You saw that Rio, those things that when it's in tight debates like this, every little thing counts. That's what you saw kick in, that every little thing counts. And it was just by the hair. I had to give my vote to Rio. I felt like even though your argument was strong, the evidence was there. It was just short of really, I can't even say not nailing it in the coffin. You just couldn't afford to miss anything. I mean, that's the only way I can really say it. That's the only way I could really say it. You couldn't afford to miss anything, and it just didn't bring it home over what Rio was saying about when you were saying justified. Like they were saying, one, it was the concession to it being right. And at that time, not right, not being subjective. You know what I'm saying? Or not subject. Yeah. I mean, is that what I'm looking for? Subjective. Well, right not being relative to whoever saying what's right and wrong. What they say, one man's freedom fighter is another man's terrorist type thing. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who meets Rio in the playoffs. Like I said, right now, as it stands, when we're looking at talking about if this debate coming up is anything like the debate like we saw Saturday, then it's going to come down to, like I said before, not missing anything, just experience, swag, and just that thing that you possess. I'm gonna have to lean for the win. I'm gonna have to lean for Bluu out of the Bluu Trevor thing. Love Trevor, like Trevor. You know what I'm saying? I think he has all the potential in the world. I think season 6, he's going to be that cat to look out for. However, it's just knowing Bluu magic. That's my new thing. Knowing Bluu. And shouts out to Black Sun. Black Sun actually coined that. I'm not going to steal his shit. He actually coined that. We were discussing the debate. I hate he got kicked. Boy, I would leave for a second. I came back. Madness is huge. His ass out of the debate. After I went for, I could just kick you in your ankle, your shin, boy. After I went to bat for your ass to get back in the league. How the hell did you allow that bullshit to happen? Anyway. Swat on the bridge. It's a dead horse. But he and I were talking about the debate. And so he actually coined the Bluu magic. And I had agreed with some of his assessments. I added my own to it, like Bluu's that dude for that. He's that dude for that. So it wouldn't take, and then, to a loss to Bluu is not really, it's not a negative for Trevor. Congratulations to getting to the playoffs. I like to believe I would have knocked you out. I like to believe I'd have been seeing Bluu again and having my other shot at Rio. But congratulations for getting here and, doing your thing. Yeah. So it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a crazy debate. But like I said, I'm giving it Grand Rising, cuzzo. What's good, brother? We're here discussing this debate coming up tonight. Excuse me, I had to. What's good, cousin? We're sitting here discussing, going over the debate, man. I know I called everyone pretty early. I just wanted to jump up and jump on for a little bit because I'd been MIA. No, I'm not. I'm not debating tonight. Tonight is Trevor and Bluu. Which is going to be an interesting debate. Is black male culture destructive to the black community? That's going to be a crazy debate. That's going to be a crazy debate. What time is your show? Put up the link in the chat. What time is it? And put up what time the show is and what the topic is, man. I need to start following through your spot more. You have to check out my man Che and Kruma doing great works up there. I don't know who he's antagonizing and agitating right now, but it's always to empower the people. It's always to get justice for those that injustice has been done to, and to get attention to one of our most neglected elements and segment of society, and that's the unhoused. We live in what is probably what they say is the richest country in the world with just tons of excess. I always see you got communities, vacant communities, empty houses in the community rather, and then you got people with no homes. That's the craziest thing. It's the craziest thing. Yeah, Bluu and Trevor. Bluu and Trevor is black male culture destructive to the black community. Here's what's wild about it, and when I'm wondering how you pull that off, because what is Bluu going to be saying black male culture is? This goes into this philosophical mind state that I'll be talking about. Lady Che, peace, cuzzo. One of my other slick partners right there, man. Y'all have to check them out. If y'all haven't checked out their YouTube, put up y'all pages, man. So they go, because these are my peeps right here. These are my peeps. But there again goes into that philosophical mindset of Bluu. Is the black male culture destructive to the black community? What are we calling black male culture? And so it's hard for me to fathom, like, because if you know me, you know I'm pro-black all day, every day. And I love us as a people, and I think we're just so awesome. You know what I'm saying? I just think we're so awesome. So it's hard for me to fathom what Bluu could be saying, how black male culture could be destructive to the black community, or what he is equating to black male culture. So this is going to be interesting to see. But like I said, if you know Bluu, then you know Bluu is a philosopher. Bluu will snare you in with these titles and with these things that you're like, what the hell is Bluu going crazy? And then spin this fantastic fucking narrative and perspective and articulate it in such a way that you like, yeah, that actually is plausible. That actually is plausible. That's the crazy thing. That's what Trevor's going to have to be on the lookout for. That's what Trevor's going to have to be on the lookout for. Or, again, I need those explosions. Drum roll. Or with Trevor style, the style I call, that rhino style. Your Kung Fu is rhino Kung Fu. Not funny. Funny to me if you're a Kung Fu buff. Trevor style is straight ahead. I mean, he's Mr. Straight Talk. He's not going to mince words. He's not going to bullshit you. And more times than not, he's going to have the facts to back it up. So, where Bluu style is to listen, he is surgical. He can get you, off course. He's so precise that he will pinpoint something you said and get you locked on that'll take you all off your course, and then you're just down the rabbit hole with him. And he's just tearing your butt up from that point. And you look up, you're like, whoa, how did I lose control of this situation? You have to be, like I said, very careful. But Mr. Straight Talk, on the other hand, from what we've observed, and if you haven't checked his channel out, go check his channel out, Mr. Straight Talk Society. I really enjoy those, man, Mondays. I'm going to go back and check out what Silent Cries from the Cave or something like this. I'm sure it's going to be interesting. Got his sidekick up there, Mike, who always attends. Shouts out to Big Mike, who adds that, not just that intellectual element, but that comedic relief at the right time. It should be serious, but it'd be funny. It takes the edge off. Great show. I can't recommend it enough. Go over there, check it out, share, subscribe, share, and like it. It really is he really does have an awesome program that some shit went into. So what is black? Lady Chase says, what is black male these days? That's a good question. That is a good question. What is black male these days? So if that leaves, if we're asking what is black male these days and what is black male culture, got to tune in tonight. What time is the debate? Do I got anybody in there in the league? Somebody put the time of the debate up, man. Let's make sure, because you got to you don't want to miss this. Again, if Saturday's debate, Good God of Law versus Rio, is any indication of how hot these playoffs are going to damn be, woo, you don't want to miss one. Not one. That debate was so damn close and so tight. So close and so tight. It was so close and so tight that the pre-debate show, not that they don't be fire, they already be good, but that the not pre post, that the post-debate show was on fire. Was on fire. So I can't wait to see this debate. I can't wait to see this debate. I know they're going to be going at it, and one of the and whoever pulls out of this one, thank you. Whoever pulls out of this one gets to see Rio. It's on the line. Yeah, it's on the line. Did you put what time your show's up, Che? You know what I'm saying? It's on the line. And we have to see how that goes. But man, whoever, congratulations, Rio. We're looking to see who Rio's gonna face. There again, I can't talk about this enough though. The debate coming up. The debate we just saw Saturday was fire. Go back and check it out. That thing was banging blow for blow. Blow for blow. Blow for blow. Like I said, it was a debate nobody could afford to slip on. So nobody slipped. It wasn't a beat ass. Congratulations, Rio, but it wasn't a beat ass. But good God, a lot, take the L, but take it in stride, man. Take it in stride. Come back. We got season 6. I mean, it's like, that's good for you to say, yeah? It's good for you to say you dropped out, Jaeger, yeah? Oh, I appreciate it. But don't boycott the player. Don't miss it. Listen, I dropped out, Lady Che. You don't want to boycott. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. It's fire like that. It's going like that. You want to check them out. This one, you sure want to see tonight. Again, Mr. Straight Talk, Trevor, taking on double master teacher, Bluu. We affectionately nicknamed him Blue Magic. About to see how he got this double master teacher moniker, why he wears it. Why he wears it. Crazy thing about the post debate. Like I said, it was fire. They were taking shots. Rio, king of the clowning right now. Rio, clown your ass. But it's all entertainment. He has some strong words for Trevor. He had some strong words for Trevor. I mean, he was very dismissive. He was like, I seen it before. I saw the fight game. I think I can prevail again. Man, very strong words. Listen, this was my prediction. Should Trevor beat Bluu? Then I don't know. I honestly don't know. Should Trevor beat Bluu? Because the debate with good God Allah wasn't a walk in the park. It was not a walk in the park for Rio. It was Rio. It was, classic Rio. Rio is good. Rio possesses those things that in crunch time, like it was Saturday night, that can aid to getting you over. A nice delivery, some swag, the ability, the way that he presents things, just his being a veteran, his getting, like Sola had made mention in the post game, his ability to get you to concede sometimes and not even know that you're conceding. To his point, I mean, it's just, it's classic Rio. It's what you need, your own little thing that, like I said, when it's crunch time, that it's that little something that makes you, that gets you over that hump. And that's what he pulled out. However, like I said, should Trevor get through Bluu, he and Trevor are so similar in areas that are so similar to Trevor. I didn't know how the hell, Lady Che, how the hell would I know it's an erection pill? Che, she over there telling on y'all. She over there telling on y'all. What the hell going on, boy? See, I had no idea it was, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know Blue Magic. I thought Blue Magic was the movie Denzel Washington played in, American Gangster. I didn't know it was to get you, get your thing right. She's telling it. What's up, Mr. Straight Talk, man? Yeah, man, we talked you up early in the morning. Good luck on you. Good luck on your debate tonight. Good luck on your debate tonight. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be super interesting. I'm waiting to see what the hell Bluu is equating to black male culture. This is why I lean towards you, Mr. T. Straight Talk. Chat. This is why I lean towards Trevor. Just out of initially hearing the title, just like, and my stance. Mm-hmm. But my stance was like that also with Rio. I just naturally I was like, oh, how could any way in the world, anything in the world be justified? How can you justify how could you justify negativity in the black community? So automatically I was leaning towards Rio. After hearing that debate though, wow, there were so many points that good God Allah had made. So many points. So many points that he could have built on. But like we say, hindsight is 2020. Hindsight is 2020. So I look at it now. So I'm like, but I said all of that to say this. I said all of that to say that it did make me laugh. That was funny, seduction. But I said that to say this. As hard as I pondered and wondered, how could Dembele, what argument is he going to bring to even get out of the starting gate? I shot him down for the gate. I was surprised that he actually had an argument. Yeah. I mean, he didn't do like I thought he was going to do. Rio did his thing. He did his thing, but it wasn't like I said, I didn't think, I was like, how's good God Allah going to frame an argument for that? I said, Rio's going to kill him, especially Rio being a minister and really taking what I would assume, and from just knowing Rio, what it looks like, he has a nice moral character. So I was like, Rio's going to kill him morally. How can you justify that? Was surprised by good God Allah's his debate, his delivery, everything, man. So it was like, whoa, that shit was tight. It was tight. That's what I'm warning. That's what I'm telling you too, T. No, so I'm naturally taking like, okay, with that stance, what is black male culture? What is he saying? How can he, justify our culture, me being a black male, say that it's destructive? But then I do make the distinction between black male and black man. So me, that's like that nigga topic with me. I do believe there's a penis makes you a black male, doesn't make you a black man. Did you hear me? So I tell my son, first lesson you need to learn, son. Your pee-pee, your ding-ding, your penis, it only makes you male. It doesn't make you a man. So that could be a loophole. I don't know. I do know this. Like we call them, Bluu Magic. And not the erection pill either. But I do know, like we said, man, at the risk of sounding redundant, The man's a philosopher. He's very philosophical. So it's, it's no telling which way he can come. Man, these playoffs are getting interesting. It's getting interesting. If you're still out there, Trevor, you still listen. How you feel about that shot that Rio shot out, saying that you're not a concern should he see you again? I'm like this. Should you beat Bluu? Should you beat Bluu? I don't think Rio should be that comfortable. Should you beat Bluu? I don't think Rio should be that comfortable. I think debaters are stepping up their game. And they're learning quickly. I look at the KOTs and everybody, just how their game has stepped up a notch. So that same encounter that Rio is gaining confidence from could be, let me drop the link. That same encounter that Rio is gaining confidence from could quite possibly be his undoing. Drop the link for my man. Because that works both ways. Rio pointed out, he was like, well, I had this encounter, I had this fight with the man, so I know this and that, or, I'm feeling confident in this area and that area. It works both ways. So it's tonight's the night. Be there or be square, man. Tonight's the night. We're talking playoffs, baby. We're talking playoffs. I've always enjoyed the playoffs in SVDL because this shit gets heated. I need to complete one. I always make it to I didn't make it to the playoffs last. KOT knocked me out of a playoff. Shouts out to KOT too. KOT got my ass out of the playoffs. And so got to the playoffs this time. Didn't even get out of the gate. Season 6. I'm promising to see. I'm going to show y'all more of Yanga. A new and improved version. Inshallah. God willing. A new and improved version. God willing. Let me get Mr. Straight Talk up here, man.
What's up, Yanga?
Man, what's going on, Mr. Straight Talk? Appreciate you falling through, man. Helping pass some of this morning, man. What's going on? How you feeling? Fight night.
I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm trying to keep the nerves down.
That comes with it. I don't think there's a debater, rookie or veteran, that could tell you when it's fight night, when it's on the line, that they don't have that little nervous energy. So how's that coming for you? Are you finding a way to maintain it?
Well, it's just like I said this last week. I did over 70 podcasts I've done to date since I started doing the Straight Talk sessions. I've done over 30 of those, and every time before I hit that go live button, I'm nervous. So I don't think the nerves will ever go away. But out of sheer respect for my opponent, like that's what really got me, because you don't know where he's coming from. Bluu is a philosopher.
Yeah.
But what I don't want people to get caught up in is his philosophy. He has a specific title that he came up with, and he's gonna have to show me with numbers. He can't just shoot from his hip. And that's one thing that I've come accustomed to do in the debates. I just give you the numbers.
Yeah.
I give you the numbers, and then you decide what you want to do from those numbers. And that's where I'm coming from with this debate. But what I will say is this, because I just caught it. I just caught you from a couple of minutes ago. I didn't hear the beginning. Did you talk about the Rio Dembele debate?
I did, and we can talk about it some more. I'm sure that goes. Let me ask you this though. Because you have the opportunity, you might quite possibly see Rio. Did that go to seeing that debate last night? What mind state did that put you in if you should meet Rio again?
So I'm gonna tell you, because you told me you said this, and I'm gonna remember that. See, I'm gonna remember all of this because I use all of this as chalkboard material for when I knock all y'all off. You said that I'm like a lovable loser, or you said that I'm a hold on one second, Yango. How long they go on the timer? Still 15 minutes? Probably about 20 to 30 minutes. You said that I was a lovable loser. So you were like, oh, I take defeat so graciously. So I remember that. Mm-hmm. And when I debated Rio, you guys got to remember, Rio was my first ever debate. Like, I have never had to do no presentation. I never did any of this in school. I was just somebody who watched SVDL and just loved the debates. And I was like, I think I could do that. Mm-hmm. So I debated Rio on a topic that, first of all, was subjective. And there wasn't many places that you could go as far as information to win a debate like that. But that was Rio getting me in my first ever debate. And I think that I progressively gotten better. And the debates that I've been taking are debates where I have to do more research and pull more numbers that we could go see. So I say all that to say this. I voted for Rio in that debate against Dembele, but it wasn't, honestly, it wasn't until the closing where I was like, you know what, Rio did pull this out. Mm-hmm. Because Dembele was ahead to me from the opening and the premise, but he kind of fell apart in the rebuttal round, which he normally does, because I don't know how he sets his rebuttals up, but I thought that his information was more solid than Rio. He gave more sources than Rio. And I just felt like Rio was coming from a place of let me tug on the heartstrings almost, so, which it ain't no indictment on him. In that type of debate, you do that. You play the hits. You do what helps. So it's not an indictment on him, but Rio barely made it out of there alive. Like he did. He deserved to be in the championship because he's been the number one debater all year. So now as far as him throwing shots at me on the post debate, I love it. Hey, you know what? I told the guys last night on the show, he should be saying that. He's a 3-time league MVP. He's been the number one seed since the season started. He's the odds-on favorite to win the championship. He should look at me as inferior competition. He should. But I got a rebuttal also. No, go ahead, Yango.
I think, prayerfully, that's more showmanship. That's more bluster than actual preparation on his part. As far as seeing you just the inferior or I'm not concerned. I'm hoping a lot of that is just showmanship. Because, like you said, what I love about you is you understood, like I understood first coming in, that the league is almost like wrestling or any other thing that you become a character, that you have to get into the shit talking a little bit to get it going. And you know what I'm saying? You become this thing. I don't know if you watch, if anybody ever watched that Young Rock. I think since I've been healing up, I've been catching all kind of crazy programs. And I didn't know the wrestler Rock grew up with all of these wrestlers. So, you see that, so you see the character they played, but then after they're like having Christmas together and busting meals together, it was crazy. So I said that to say, if Rio really in his preparation for should he meet you is not looking at you as a real challenge or a real threat, I think that's going to be his undoing.
I don't think he's doing that. Rio is a showman. Rio is a battle rapper. Rio is like me. We use our mouths to sell fights. So it's not like, with him saying that the bigger matchup would be him or Bluu, as far as box office, no, it wouldn't. The bigger matchup would be me and Rio, because our personalities alone would sell it. Bluu, yeah, you got the story. Both of them have been in the league since the beginning and they've never won the championship. So here you go. But the bigger story is this underdog loudmouth rookie that nobody seems to be able to shut up.
Well,
Now it may all end tonight, but what if it doesn't? That's the bigger
right.
story.
So doesn't that make that's what just makes this tonight's bout like that much more intense? This is look. What time is it? Too? What time is the bout? Because you guys got to catch it. If you haven't subscribed to
8 o'clock.
SVDL, 8 o'clock, man, don't miss it. If you haven't subscribed to SVL Debate League to the channel, subscribe. Don't miss tonight's bout. I'm telling you. To me, though, Trevor, that's what just intensifies it because it's like you got this loudmouth rookie, you got this veteran who has never made it this far and has an opportunity to see Rio, to be, the champion and to debate someone that they hadn't debated. So this bout, damn, it puts it, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Really, it makes it like, yo, this is going to be the shit. Now, let me ask you this, though, because we've heard this said before. Kashi said it, Rio said it. Do you feel like not having debated me, us not having our match, has left you a little ill-prepared for playoff energy? I hear that being a theme kind of out there. Do you feel like, hey,
No,
okay.
no. And you know why?
So,
Because there's not a debater in SVDL outside of Rio that brings the energy that I bring. So if it's energy that they're talking about, then absolutely not. I watched all the playoff debates and not for nothing, they just start cranking up the energy. So the whole atmosphere, yeah, I feel slighted not having debated you, but that was for a different reason. That was more so because when I become champion, I don't want to have that stain that, oh, but he didn't debate Yanga. So let me say this real quick, because I just got a new game system, so I'm thinking about this Street Fighter. When I used to play Street Fighter back in the day, I used to beat that game with every character. At the time, it was probably about 15 characters. I would beat the game with every single character. And at the end of the game, when you beat it, they show the story. No matter who you beat it with, they show the champion riding off into the sunset. But just before the end of the game, when the credits were about to roll, a little bumper would roll down at the bottom and say, "But where is our real champion? Where is Ryu?" The whole game was designed so Ryu could be the champion. I feel this whole season is pointing. Listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying, because this is where I talk. This is where I talk them in the building. This is Mr. Straight Talk now, and this is why I tell Angel and Solar, y'all need me as the champion, because ain't nobody doing what I'm doing right now. This is where I talk them in the building. The whole season has been pointed to Rio finally getting that elusive championship. Let's look at it. How great would it be? Rio versus Bluu, never won a championship before. But but let's not forget the loudmouth rookie that has never debated anybody before. How great would it be that the rookie sends both of them home and they can't, and they gotta go another season never being champion. And that's why I'm here.
That would be an underdog story of the century. If the rookie comes in and walks away with the championship, beating Bluu and Rio, that would be the underdog. That would be the SVDL story of the century. And to go back to address something you said, I agree with you. Should you pull that off? Should you pull that off and somehow be the champion? I don't think that anyone would dare say, oh, wait, he didn't debate Yanga, because the two people that you did debate are not lightweights in themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I can appreciate your vision. You must have a vision board with you being the champion, because you have some lofty freaking goals, man.
Yanga, I'm a wrestler, Yanga, I'm a wrestler, man. This is in my blood. All I do is work on wrestling promos in my free time. I'm telling you, I got this thing all mapped out. I'm telling you. I mean, it could all blow up in my face tonight. And guess what, Yanga? Let's
What's
say
that?
Bluu beats me. Let's say Blues beats me tonight. Bluu is supposed to beat me.
Mm-hmm.
All the pressure is on Bluu.
Yeah.
Think about it. All the
Yep.
pressure is on Bluu because Bluu got his dark side looking at him. Bluu got all the people that knows him on the internet looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
All the people that's been at SVDL. How is it going to look if Bluu loses to the guy that just came on YouTube? If Bluu loses to the guy who never debated before, how is that going to look? All the pressure is on Bluu. All I got to do is show up and do what I've always been doing, and that's presenting a great argument. That's all it is. So as far as, and you know, I don't feel that I'm ill prepared. I debated Rio in my first debate. That was on a subjective Master P Jay-Z debate, which nobody could tell me I wasn't winning going into the rebuttal round. I mean, go back and look at the chat. Everybody thought I was winning that debate. Madan Komet put on his track shoes and got scared of me because he knew I was going to bust his head. I handedly beat Akasha. I beat Akasha by like 9 or 10 points. So let's not look at it like, oh, Trevor's just skating by. And I probably and I mean, you're on here now. I was going to handle you too. Yanko.
You think that
I was going to handle you.
I had an extra grind, man. I had you in my radars. I was about to end your career. I was about to send you back to podcast permanently. You wasn't even going to be looking. I'm serious. Permanently, you was going to be free 7 days a week to do Mr. Straight Talk. I was going. Yo, but I don't think you're having an outstanding rookie season. To have made it this far, like I said, congratulations in order. Now the big test. I think you and I would have been a big test. I know people would have paid money to see that, but you going straight to Bluu. Now the big test begin. And something that even you acknowledge and say that part of your mission is actually when you say that part of my mission is to bring the best out of these debaters, to return Bluu into the Bluu that I watched when I first was enticed to come into the league. I think you're seeing that. I saw the video with you and Bluu going back and forth. That stuff was intense, hilarious, but very intense. You could see, like you said, how serious this debate is going to be. But yeah, man, it's going to be intense tonight. So outside of the nervousness, on just pure, and I know you have to be confident and everything, but outside of the nervousness, are there any other real areas that you're looking for Bluu to come with or that concern you?
Bluu, the rapid fire is my biggest concern with Bluu.
Yeah.
Because I mean, historically, you look at Bluu's debates, Bluu kills people in the my bad for saying that, but Bluu hurts people in the rapid fire round. He is the rapid fire king. That's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that my rapid fires, I kind of get a little frazzled and everything. But I think a lot of that too is just not being there enough. So I think if he has a chance, it's going to be in that. But I'm gonna tell you, as far as the premise round itself, the presentation round itself, I am going to drop so much irrefutable information that if by the end of that debate, I mean, listen, the info that I got, like my presentation is locked and loaded. The information that I got is going to be irrefutable, and that's my strength. That's what I bring is my presentation. And I'll have to make it do what it do in the rapid fire round. But I think my presentation is so locked and loaded. I will say this though, and I hope you're listening. I feel that I'm gonna have a harder time with Bluu tonight than I would with Rio. How about that?
Wow.
Because what I've seen from Rio, oh yeah, the debate, you and Rio, yeah, Rio got you good in that debate.
Oh, Rio creamy.
But in the playoffs, that title, I don't know why the hell Scheme whatever took a title like that. So that was ridiculous. But And this last debate against Dembele, man, Rio just didn't bring it, man. It wasn't the Rio. It wasn't the Rio it wasn't 3-0 Rio. Put it that way.
Yeah.
It wasn't the Rio that beat the hell out of Black Sun earlier in the year. It wasn't that. It wasn't that Rio. You know what I mean? It was Rio like, yeah, I'm going to just go coast through this and I'm going to be in the championship. I'm not taking anything from. That's why when Solar was saying, oh, yeah, you heard what Rio said about you. It's all good because Rio's not disrespectful. I don't care if people talk crap about me as far as the debates. When you talk crap about me as far as the debates, I don't care. It's when people get personal, then it's like, wait, like, bro, what are we doing? Like, I've never gotten personal with anybody. I'm here to sell a fight. I'm here to sell a fight. That's what we're doing. If you think what I'm saying isn't right, if you're thinking you could beat me, shut the loudmouth rookie up. That's all I've been asking y'all to do. Shut me up. Shut me up. And it can't be done. Shut me up. Shut me up.
I agree with that. Like you were saying, it's never personal. And I think that's what the league is weaning out. I think that it's getting the more professional element, people who know they can distinguish between the two. We can talk trash. It's like a good spades game. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if any people play spades, an intense spades game, but man, have you ready to shoot someone at the end of it? It might even be your partner. I've been in spades game where I wanted to shoot my partner. Like, yo, I shouldn't say shoot. I wanted to clown my partner. You're like, yo, whose team you on? But absolutely. And to go back to what you were saying about Rio, I kind of agree with you. I'm going to be honest. I agree with you. Should you pull this thing off with Bluu, that will have shown me what I need to see about you, that you possess, because even like you were saying, the frazzleness, if you cannot go down the rabbit hole with Bluu and stay focused, and you know how Bluu do. Bluu is very philosophical, so he'll have you, especially in the rapid fire when it's going back and forth, and you you tend to lose focus and go to addressing Bluu. Bluu is he's Bluu magic. He has this gift. Should you be able to maneuver through all of that? I agree with you. Seeing Rio, because the styles are so similar. I do remember the first debate. I don't, at first when I first saw it, I was like, woo, Rio barely made out of that. I went back and watched it again. I don't know, Trev. I think I had given you a little more. I think I was more astonished by how well you did being a rookie and this being your first debate. So I think I was a little biased in the judge. You did good, but I don't know if he just got by the skin of his teeth. You really think you did that good?
Okay. The final score, I think I lost by like 6 or 7 points. They docked me 5 points for ending my rebuttal round earlier. Solar still gave me an 8 in the rebuttal round. So think about this. Had I not lost those 5 points, Solar was on the way to giving me a 10 in the rebuttal round. I would have won that debate.
Wow. Huh?
I'm telling you, that's what I'm telling y'all. Like, I came in there and my wife was like, man, how do you feel? I'm like, man, I'm scared of this guy. Like, this guy, this is Rio. This is 3-0 Rio. This is Minister Howell. This is who I've watched. And I got some of his debates memorized. This is that guy. But when I got in the ring with him, the switch hit on and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This guy ain't all that big and bad like I thought he was.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, you caught me on the first debate. Catch me on the last. Let's run it back if I could get past Bluu, because I'm not. Again, this is all just bullshit. If I don't get past Bluu tonight, then somebody would have shut the rookie up. But all I'm saying is, Bluu to me poses a harder matchup just because Bluu is so philosophical, and Bluu, and you said it a lot of times. I think Rio, we get caught up in Rio's delivery. He's so damn charismatic.
Yeah.
When he'll start, look here now, watch him now, watch this now. You get caught up in that.
Yeah.
Come on, man, don't mess with me, man. I know what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah. Listen, and like you said, I believe that this would be a more difficult. You and Bluu debate would be more difficult than you and Rio. I think the you and Rio debate, should you make it there, is going to be intense as hell. But I think this is going to be more difficult. That's why I predict, should you beat Bluu in this, I think that would probably be like one of the last challenges of Hercules. You know how Hercules had to go through the challenges. You know, I forget what was it, 12 challenges of Hercules or something in Greek
Yeah,
mythology.
something like that.
Something like that. This would be one of your last challenges to me. You know, because Bluu represents an aspect of debate that you haven't seen yet. His style, the way that, you know, his delivery and everything. If you overcome that, you know, you would be on your way to overcoming a Shaolin style, the Bluu style. So I don't see Rio presenting that much of a challenge. The intensity is what's going to be on the line here. Should you and Rio see one another? I think that would be intense because Rio would have something to prove. You have something to prove. Rio has that swag. Rio has that night. Rio just has what we call the Rio. I call it the Tupac effect. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the most lyrical, but it's very impactful. And you know, Mr. Straight Talk, what he would have to overcome, I call the Rhino effect. Like, once you get on the momentum, once you get on the roll, you got your facts back more times than not. You got facts backing you up. And then when you get that momentum, it's just hard to get you off of it. I see where you just really charge straight ahead and you can bull those people. It's a no nonsense, no bullshit. These are the facts. Deal with that. There you have it. So it's going to be interesting to see. You and Rio would be intense. How that style works up with Bluu's philosophical, that's what I'm trying to see. How these straight facts, you're straight to the point, no bullshit, Mr. Straight Talk. I'm locomotive style with it. How it's going to add up to Bluu's kind of, you know, hard to pinpoint me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to narrow Bluu's butt down. Bluu's like a jumping bean. I don't want to say a Mexican jumping bean. Is that racist?
Yeah.
You know, Bluu is hard to pin down, man. You know what I'm saying? Bluu is hard to pin down. So it's going to be interesting to see this straightforward style versus this philosophical style, and even Bluu's ability to articulate philosophy to the point where you're like, well, damn, you know, that may be plausible. That could have, you know, there is some reasoning to that. But if you can do that, yeah, look out. Then the champ, if you can do that, let me tell you something. If you can beat Bluu, the championship is within your grasp. Realistically.
I think me and MD pose are like a new type of debater. I mean, we both came in the league together. You know, we used to rock out on the other channel together. Shout out to MD though, because MD still comes over and rocks out with the society.
Yes.
So I think me and MD pose are a new type of debater because our debate style is so rooted in we're just bringing you the numbers and the stats. Whereas more debaters tend to lead more to philosophy and how I feel about things. So I think either way, the SVDL 5 championship is going to be nuts. But I think you'll get the better debate. And I'm not just saying this because it's me, but I think you'll get the better debate from me and Rio because of the intensity and because it won't be your regular type of debate. It'll be something rooted in pop culture, or it won't be it won't be anything that's debated in the playoffs. Let's put it that way. It won't be debated anything that's been debated already, and it won't be the same old redundant ass debates that you hear going around the debate circuits now. I think the debate with me and Rio would be more rooted in pop culture, like how we dared to step out and do the Master P debate. It wouldn't be musical, but it'll be something more pop culture, more that we want to hear, like that'll get more eyeballs to it, that people will be like, oh man, you know, I want to hear what these brothers got to say about that. I think the debate with Rio and Bluu, I can't believe they never debated before, would be great, but I think it will be more slowed down and more, you know, it styles make fights. And part of what I do as a wrestling fan, as a podcaster, I talk like that's what the money is in. Dusty Rhodes used to always say, where's the money? The money is in how you talk them in the building. You got to, at first, in order to first put on a good fight, you got to have an audience. You got to be able to talk them in the building. And I think the face-off between me and Rio would just be ridiculous, like to levels of where it'll start getting intense. Where we probably have to have people back, splitting us up, type of stuff. It'll be that type of thing. But I'm excited, man. I'm happy to be here, man. Because in the beginning of the season, during my hound session, Solar asked me, how did I see this season going? And I said, I just want to come in and get my feet wet, and just learn the style. Here I am, one win away from the championship. So I think this is a hell of a run, but it's not over yet. I got to take care of business tonight. And like I said before, second place, if I make it to the championship, if I can beat Bluu and I make it to the championship, I will not be happy with coming in second place, because nobody ever remembers the runner up. I have to be the champion. I have to be the champion. And that's it. That's the bottom line. There's nothing else that I can say about it. And y'all make sure and tune in tonight, 8 o'clock, SVDL Solar Vision Debate League, the only debate league on YouTube. Mr. Straight Talk is going to give you everything that he got. And for one more year, Bluu is not going to see that championship.
Wow.
Yanga, I got to go.
I appreciate it. Listen, Mr. Straight Talk falling through the building. I appreciate it. Listen, like you said, tune in tonight, 8 SVDL Debate League, the only league. If you haven't liked, shared, and subscribed, then you don't like debate. So check it out. Man, Trevor, good luck tonight. I'm definitely going to be tuned in. I'm even going to skip medication so I can make sure I stay up through the whole thing.
Hey, and to all the debaters, make sure y'all show up, man. Y'all vote is important, man. We need y'all to show up. Show up and cast your vote for whoever. It doesn't matter. Just be there. Be present. All right, Yanga, peace.
Peace, man. Thanks again for showing up.
All right.
My man, Mr. Straight Talk, fell through, gave us the inside scoop, the skinny, on how he plans to come, shared his sentiments, his concerns, which are very little. I agree with him, though. I think that I know that he and Rio would be a crowd pleaser, would be super intense. That debate will be super intense just based on the styles, based on the character, the types of these two debaters. But to see that, he would have to get past DMT. He's going to have to get past DMT, Bluu, a.k.a. Blue Magic, who has proven and shown over and over again he knows how to do his thing. And I'm quite sure is hungry for a shot at this championship. Is he going to allow the rookie to snatch that from him? Or is he going to be the one who, like Mr. Straight Talk Trevor says, shuts the loudmouth rookie up? I missed that opportunity. That was bragging rights in itself. That would have been bragging rights in itself. But no point in crying over spilled milk. It's Bluu. Is he going to wear that? Is he going to be the one to wear that title? I shut the loudmouth rookie up, in the words of the loudmouth rookie, or is he going to fall prey to Trevor? Is Mr. Straight Talk going to come through there, do his thing? Does he want another shot at Rio badly enough to run through Bluu to get this shot at Rio? I can't tell you, but what I can tell you is I'm not going to damn miss it. I am not going to miss it. SVDL heating up. Boom, I'm do my own explosion. On fire. The only debate league. 8 o'clock tonight, man. Don't miss out on that. This determines who goes sees Rio in the championship, fighting for the ship, the trophy and the stack. The trophy in itself, if y'all haven't seen those trophies, the trophy in itself is cold-blooded, but the trophy and the stack, and, of course, to me, the ultimate reward, bragging rights. Season 5, SVDL champion. Bragging rights. That alone. Going into this thing, man. Don't miss out. The playoffs have been hot. Congratulations to Rio. Good God, Allah, man. Good shot. Season 6, man, there's no telling. So many just profound people have just come out. I mean, it's just season 6. And like every season, I know new debaters are going to be jumping on. Oh, I wanted to touch. I let Trevor get out of here without touching on the MD. In fact, MD does bring the facts. Difference though is delivery, man. We're just gonna talk about that, Trevor. Difference is delivery. I seen him that playoff. Good God, Allah frazzled MD, and then I need to see MD debate different debaters. It's one thing to debate one particular style. That's why I was talking about you. If you, as you debating Bluu has he has a unique debating style. You have to debate various debaters to get to, I had debated KLT, I debated Bluu, I forgot who else I debated. And each of these debaters had their own unique style. And so you have to be able to be versatile enough to have an offensive, defensive game for every debater. And I don't know how many people MD has debated, but I think it was just good God of law. And MD has a style, but I haven't had the opportunity to see his style up against the various styles of other debaters, how that style holds up. I saw in the playoff that MD, that Dumbele may be going against MD so many times, had given him a plan or a strategy, but where he frazzled MD, and I thought that he won that debate, I would have voted for him. So it's going to be interesting to see MD on different styles. I look forward to debating MD in season 6. Listen, so much just going down, man. I just wanted to hang out for a little while, and I appreciate you guys coming through and hanging out with me. Again, tune in tonight, 8 o'clock, SVDL Solar Division Debate League. If you haven't checked out the website, go check out the website, Solar Division Debates. I think that's what it is, debates.com. The roster and everything you want to know about the league is on the site. Shouts out to the debaters, man. Keep doing y'all thing. Shouts out to the debaters that's in the playoffs. Shouts out to our commissioners, man, for holding down and keeping a great league, keeping us interested and active, and keeping shit above board. And listen, see you guys tonight. With that, man, I'm going to sign off and say peace.